I'm wondering how many more blind motors I can get on this wall before Nisha notices and kicks my ass. I think it's 0. I think the answer is 0. Thanks to ZemiSmart for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Zigbee chain motor, their Zigbee curtain robot, their Zigbee curtain motor rail, and their Zigbee tubular motor too. It's a lot of Zigbee. Ah, the Zigbee! All of today's devices work with Alexa and Google Home, but rather unusually, they also work with Apple HomeKit too. And because they're Zigbee, they're reliable, they keep the pressure off of your Wi-Fi router, and most importantly for me, they work with Home Assistant 2 via my Combi stick. If you're not a Home Assistant user, you will of course need ZemiSmart's Zigbee hub in order to use these. Where are you going? Don't leave. Because this Zigbee hub will connect your device, whether it be an Amazon Echo, a Google Home speaker, or an Apple HomeKit speaker, to about a bajillion super cheap devices, and it is well worth owning. Today's focus is primarily on the chain motor because it's the one thing in this list that you can install in literally 5 minutes and automate something absolutely awesome. So with that in mind, here is a public information film to teach you how to do it. Hello? Yep, is that the internet? Yes, I'd like to cancel Paul Hibbert, please. He's teaching people on the internet how to do it. It's disgusting, bloody, smutty rubbish. Not it. I'm not literally going to teach people how to do it on the internet. Goodness sakes. It's next week's video. There now follows a public informational film on how to install a Zigbee doodad. Step 1. Turn the motor on.
Oh yeah!
Congratulations, the motor is successfully aroused. Step 2, test out the different cogs to find out which one fits your chain. Step 3, stick the motor to the wall so that the chain is pulled taut around the cog. Your missus definitely won't kill you for gluing yet another smart home device to her wall. Step 4. Adjust the bracket height if needed to ensure the cord is pulled reasonably tight, and then test the motor does its business. Step 5. Connect the solar panel to your motor and glue the solar panel to your window. Your missus definitely won't kill you. She will kill you. She will definitely kill you. Step 6. Install the batteries you had to purchase separately into the remote whilst muttering to yourself that you're not bloody made of batteries. Congratulations, you have become your father. Step 7. Click the pairing button once on the motor and then press the up button on the remote to pair them together. Step 8. Set the close limit by closing the curtain all the way and pressing the menu button under the remote cover, followed by the close button on the remote. Now open the curtains all the way and set the open limit by pressing the menu button again, and this time clicking the open button. Test the limit works and then celebrate with disproportionate levels of glee. Step 9. Check the missus isn't watching and glue a third bloody object to your wife's beloved home. It's on the piss.
It's on the piss.
Step 10. Put the motor into pairing mode by pressing its reset button 3 times. Search for the motor in the Toya Smart Life app, and once discovered, name it something appropriate. Step 11. Realize that the motor is running backwards.
It's backwards, isn't it?
Get very grumpy, and then change the motor's direction in the app's settings, and finally, treat yourself to a brand new accent.
Fixed it. Fixed it, mate. Bloody fixed it, innit? Bloody fixed it, innit?
James, sorry, mate. You haven't pressed the subscribe button, and it's starting to get a bit fed up with it, if I'm honest. I don't like the fact you're watching me all this time and giving nothing in return. I just made that up. There's probably loads of Jameses that are subscribed. I just thought I'd freak out a bunch of people called James. I'm doing this on the regular. If you're not called James, you should subscribe too. Thanks. The button's right there. If you've already got the Smart Life skill enabled within the Alexa app, then you'll already be able to use your voice to control this device.
Close dining room curtains.
Okay.
That was easy. Yes.
You can then create routines within the Alexa app, and rather surprisingly, there's the option for modes and percentage, as well as simply on and off. So you actually have a granular level of control within the Alexa routines too. If you're an Apple HomeKit fan, you'll be pleased to know that all of the functionality you would expect of a blind motor works within the Apple HomeKit ecosystem as well. Good. Apple CEO Tim Cook, because, you know, evil. Product also works great with If This Then That, if you're some kind of smart home sadomasochist. And more importantly for me, it works directly with Home Assistant via my Combi stick.
Oh, yes! Yes.
The only real issue that I found was that the motor seems to run in reverse for me, no matter how I install it. This can be corrected within the Smart Life app, so it won't be a problem for you if you plan to use She That Should Not Be Named, or Google Home, or even that little bundle of money that Apple call a smart home speaker. But it will affect you if you use Home Assistant, because Home Assistant has no way to reverse the motor's direction.
It's perfectly simple. You aren't inversing the value. The position variable inside the template is correct already. You simply need to perform math on it. Cover positions range from 0 to 100. So what do you need to do? Let me give you a hint. It involves subtracting position from a number, you imbecile.
That's real. That's an actual comment from a Home Assistant dork helping somebody across the internet. I will figure this out. I will be able to get this working, but I figured I'd mention it in case you are a Home Assistant user who is like me, still occasionally has sex with a lady.
I've told you before. I have sex with a lady. It's my wife. You've seen my wife. Isn't that right, wife? Yes.
All of the products featured in today's video are linked in the description below if you wanted to pick them up. I haven't tried all of them in this Zigbee version. I've tried the Wi-Fi equivalents previously and can vouch for their longevity. For example, I've had the Wi-Fi smart home curtain now in my bedroom for a very long time. I've also had the tubular blind motor in my bedroom window controlling a blind for literally years. So I can vouch for the longevity of these products. I just haven't tried the Zigbee equivalents, except for the chain motor, which worked great. If you're not familiar with the tubular motor, you basically take this big long thing and just push it down the shaft. There's nothing dirty about any of this.
Smart! Unsubscribe! Hello? Yes, YouTube, please! I'd like to unsubscribe from Paul Hibbert. It's bloody rubbish!
I'm wearing Bermuda shorts. You take the big phallic object and you push it down the shaft of your existing orifice, and it controls your blinds by twisting the actual blind itself. It's a really cheap way of doing it, and it actually works spectacularly well. I've had it in place now since May 2020. The only thing on this list I haven't personally tried is the smart home choo-choo train curtain motor, because it doesn't fit any of my rails, sadly. All of my rails are really slim and there's no way to fit any of the attachments inside it. These things are genius though, because if you do have the right kind of rail, which is most rails, you can install it in literally 5 minutes again, because it just either clips in or it clips over or it goes onto your rail. If you've got like a pole curtain rail, this is ideal for that because it just kind of loops around and pushes the thing along the track. My mate Simon from HomeKit News has tried this robot out. He says it's solidly built and works really well to push his curtains along a rail. If you haven't checked out Simon's channel, it's awesome. especially if you happen to be an Apple HomeKit fan, because that is obviously his particular focus. I'll link him in the description, along with a link to my previous video on the Zemismart Zigbee Hub, so you can get a feel for all of the different products this thing will control. And if you're into HomeKit, Simon's stuff is awesome. I always try to find something wrong with every product that I review because I want to give you guys a balanced viewpoint. But it's kind of difficult to find anything wrong with these things because they're cheap, they're solidly built, and having had the Wi-Fi equivalents previously, I can vouch for their longevity. These are great products, and this one specifically is a 5-minute install to be able to automate your blinds. How cool is that? The only thing I can perhaps nitpick at is that the solar panel perhaps could have a plastic cover on the back to just hide it. Your wife might not like it, but she gonna do. Glued it to your window now, haven't you? I've glued it to my window. What's she gonna do? Nothing. Do nothing, mate. The only thing I can't vouch for is the solar panel, because I've never actually had a solar panel powering my Wi-Fi equivalent previously. What I can tell you is that the battery life seems to be at 65% when I first got it, and it hasn't gone down at all, which suggests that the sun has been powering this thing. If you want any of these products, as I say, they're linked in the description, and I would go and buy them immediately because they're cheap and they're awesome. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video, and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These incredible people here are my patrons from Patreon. Every week I'm going to keep badgering you about how awesome they are, because without them, I would not still be doing this. Genuinely, without their support, I would have gone back to a day job a long time ago. If you want to be one of those incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time.
Smut! Unsubscribe! Hello? Yes, is that the internet? Please unsubscribe me from Paul Hibbert immediately. It's disgusting! It's perfectly...
Oh dear. Oh, I have. You bloody virgin. There's nothing dirty about any of this. Stop that.